The purpose of this video is to demonstrate how to use modelbuilder to smooth out your workflow. And the example we're going to be working with right here is just one I made up. And you're looking at the red are roads for helo, and the blue line here is hydrology. And so the goal I've set is to identify all the road sections which are within 20 meters of any kind of hydrology. And the way we're going to do that's a two-step process. So first we're going to create a 20-meter buffer around the hydrology layer, and then we're going to intersect that buffer with the roads. And instead of doing that step by step with these ArcBox tools and you creating individual layers along the way, and you have to keep track of their names and so on, we're going to use the modelbuilder environment. And hopefully this will be interesting for you and useful. So you get to this under Geoprocessing, modelbuilder. It'll bring up this empty slate. And the first way that I want to do this is I want to think about, okay, for the hydrology I need to create a buffer. And so under my Arc toolbox over here, if we go to proximity under analysis tools, we get buffer. And so this is where it gets interesting. We can drag this buffer guy into the model. And the input for this guy is going to be hydrology. So we're going to drag that guy into there. And then I can make this guy a little bit bigger. And so already something interesting has happened. The hydrology layer is turned blue, and this means this is an input. And we want this guy, we want to give some information here. So the hydrology is here, and we're going to have that. We want this to be in meters, and we want this to be 20, and this is all fine, and we're going to say OK. Okay, so now the input is a hydrology layer. We apply this buffer, and then we have an output. And then that output is the thing that we want to intersect with the roads. And so then we want to figure out, okay, so that tool, it's this guy here, and I'm going to bring this one in, and I'm going to click on this guy. I'm going to show the help. So this intersect computes a geometric intersection of the two input guys. Fantastic. So I say, okay, what are my input? Well, I want the hydrology buffer, right? That's one I want. And I'm going to say okay. But I also want my other layer, and I'm going to bring this guy here, and then I'm going to use this tool. I'm going to connect these guys. It's an input feature. This is getting really exciting. And so now we've got this output here. I can click on this tool and just double check. Okay, so my inputs are these guys. That's going to join them together, and then I'm going to get an output. Okay, input, output, that's the thing. Okay. And this is the output. Now I want to run this guy. Let me just make it a little bit wider so we can see everything that's going on here. I'm going to hit this button here. Run. It's executing the buffer. It's executing the intersect. It's doing it all. Close. We can say add this output guy to the display. And let's make this really fat so we can see if it did anything whatsoever. And let's say OK. And let me minimize this. And there we go. It did it. Fantastic.